What's shaking? Angel of Authenticity here, reporting live from atop the motorcycle shop with episode 1 of Get Real, the Guide to Authenticity, with yours truly, JustJen. So, we're going to talk about some energy transmutation and dabbling with your dark side, which is good in some ways and bad in others. See, like, the good dabble would be doing shadow work. You know, you hear it all the time, and you get all this gay shit if you look it up on YouTube. All the courses, and people are making a lot of money off that, and that's great to work from home and to be an entrepreneur and all. I mean, I'm all for that. I'll do it too. I'd sell out to something like that, maybe, as long as the content wasn't bleh, you know? Like, the real deal is, for every vibration you experience, every emotion, if you will, for us humans, I'm only speaking to humans, this is the earth, it is for humans. I know there's a lot of other doodahs going around, but I'm talking to humans here, so it only really applies. It's probably good cosmic law, but like, that's speculation, and I don't do that. So, you have a vibration of joy. That's high vibration. It's a 10. Joy. And then you got authenticity, say, is the first high vibration at a 5. That's like when you go to school and you say, I don't care if anybody knows that I pee the bed, alright? I just don't even care no more. And they just stand in that shit. They just be real, pissing, bed, wetting. Probably will get cured after that, after admitting it to everybody in school. Because it was such a big fear. It takes so much energy to hide that secret and that shame and all them low vibration energies that the fucking devil likes to lock you into. You're never even locked into it all the way. If you're a human, like, bottom line, you could say, you know what, devil? No. And start praying your ass off, man, and don't ever look back. You look back and become a pillar of salt, I hear. So I'm just saying, that's a fact. Authenticity is right there at the Richter, where it's just tipping you over. Once you're on the divine light path, God says, man, I got your back. You walk in divine paths, you're doing divine things, you're speaking truth, living in your authenticity, being real. You know, you gotta get real in order to fucking be real, huh? Or always be, you know, and nobody is always be nothing because they're controlled by parents. And well, we got free range kids now, so things are changing, but that is truth. I called bullshit on that 20 years ago too, and I was wrong. When you actually just like be born into this world and actually do what you like to do, and whatever, there are no respect issues, there are no discipline issues, there's nothing like that. It's respect, not fear, that you lead with. That's a fact. I've been arguing with old men, that good and bad men, you know, really good and bad ones both, that was the key element. It's not that you want to control, it's more of an edification of people where you know it's serving their higher purpose to lead them towards something. But God gives you free will, and that's something that no person's supposed to interfere with anyway. Like, never mind trying to fucking play God with the weather and all the other jazz and doodahs they got going on in the world, and all the binding fucking governments and things like that. You know, like, oh, do you believe in us? Oh, here, just sign your name here, and we'll back your loan, and you can go moved in to a it's slightly contaminated, but nobody knows that yet, so, like, you can get a good 10 years there. You know, it'd be like the Love Canal in the 1980s, so, like, I'm just saying, man. This is not a new thing or a concept. It's not because the internet that the government's bad. It's because of Satan that the government's bad. So you got to just remember to rebuke, denounce, cancel in the name of Jesus. You have the power as a human. It don't matter what kind of waste of space, piece of crap, bad decision making, soul selling, whatever you are. It don't matter. Only God owns the souls. That's the joke on the devil, man. He literally relishes over dead bodies to look at them and to like, oh yeah, we'll put makeup on you and you look as good as like you were living. Because there's Satan, and he can do whatever he wants with the dead bodies. Once God's got your dead body vessel, he could give a shit less, dude. He's not in the junk business, you know what I mean? He don't give a fuck about that. You can sit there and put all the makeup you want on him. He knows already it don't matter. That's your rotting corpse. Like, that's your junk car that you got in the junkyard, man. That ain't your transportation to work, you know? It's just how that goes. But, I mean, that's how he is, and he so is. He turns everybody into Boy George and shit, puts, like, 10 pounds of makeup on them while they're dead, dude. Like, what is that? Charges you up the ass. Like, you know it's Satan when these motherfuckers can't afford to go to a funeral. But they'll pay $5,000 for a service to get their remains back of their people. Like, that's not even right. There's something very wrong with that. Not to mention the double-pleated satin-lined casket. Now, if you were Michael Jackson, you were sleeping in your casket, it would be a fair investment. But, like, I mean, in that rare circumstance, I would say, hey, you know what I mean? I want the double pleat. I don't really understand the triple locks as opposed to the double ones, though. And brass or bronze, like, I don't know. Like, stainless, maybe? These are all questions that I would not know the answer to, which don't make no sense anyway, because, like, why are you doing that unless you're making it your bed, which is really stupid creepy, like, ugh. Like, you're going to attract a lot of real high vibrational people sleeping in a coffin. I sleep during the day. Now, I am like a vampire, they call it, but I'm so not vampiric. That's where everybody got me fucked up. They don't know me around them parts. I know that they're living behind the Hollywood sign up there because that's why there's no homeless people living up in them little caverns and caves. I'm just saying. Perfect spot, man. Right there, Hollywood, you know. Ooh, LA. There's a lot of dead hookers up there too, but like, not very often do you see anybody up there, which is really strange to me because that's where they sell all the blood to all the vampires that live there. Hello, the Bat Cave's there. Point proven. You know, this isn't anything new. This isn't the internet or new wave thinking. This is really an old school person that's been humbled a whole bunch in their life to realize everything I've taught my kids, all of them in the exception to one, and everything that I believed in and everything was bullshit. Get a job, work hard, go get a loan, go do this, go do that. That's success. Melvina Reynolds sang about it years ago. That was way before the internet. She wrote the song in 1929 called Little Boxes. She was 29 years old. And, well, she sang it a lot after that, too. She was a cool lady. That lady was a prophet. She was talking about us eating plastic. She was talking about the corruption, you know, Satan running the government. Hello, that's all it is. Like, it's just it's all above. Like, you could say, oh, it's this and this and this, and they're hiding UFOs, and they're hiding that, and they're poisoning our food, and they're doing this, and they're doing this. They knew about that. There was a bribe here. There was... No. Quiet your noise. It's Satan running the whole government. So, like, knowing that when you're approaching it, that's Satan running the government. I know already about that. I'm going to come in there. I'm going to pay what I got to pay, maybe, which we shouldn't even be doing that. And, you know, what's fair to us? Like, you know, 20 years ago, they would have said none of the shit we pay is fair. There's a $40 bill on our electric bill in Indiana for future electric usage, blah, whatever the fuck it's called. It's like basically saying, we want money from you, $40 a month worth, which is quite a fucking bit of money. Like, I remember being pregnant in my 20s, calling up the same company over a $7 thing that was on there. I was furious. $7. Like, that's going to make it go up to the next $10 increment. No, you know, it used to be a $40-something bill, then it went up a little after the baby. You know, now it's like a $60-something bill, and then it went up a little bit after the increment bullshit. And then another one, and then another one, and then this tax raises, and then before you know it, our bill is almost $80 worth of just surcharge fees, usage fees, tax fees, future prediction, electric usage. Electric usage future prediction. Like, what? Is that for you to pay like some voodoo doctor or like some witch doctor person or like to go dabble into cast a spell and voodoo da like there was that guy on TV when I was a little kid. Who was that fucking kid? The guy's name? He was neat. the Vince Squilly or whatever his name was. I don't know what it was, but he had the mustache. Anybody with that twisty mustache and the top hat, you should probably never listen to, but they're always top dog. So by the time they get to be top dog, they might be like, trying to help people out a little bit more than they were maybe than when they were at the beginning of the whole level there, Like, where was I going with all this? There was a whole point. But okay, the whole point, I wanted to make a video today, period, because I'm a little impulsive with my thoughts, but not my actions. So, like, it's really hard to follow me. Okay, so, like, you have demons. And people tell me all the time, I'm chasing my demon. Which makes no sense to me, man. Why are you chasing them? We're supposed to be rebuking them and getting them out of the fucking scene. There's plenty more to take its spot tomorrow. But for now, let's just fucking clean house a little and take our power back. If you want to go smoke a cigarette and you're going to give that power up for a minute, I don't give a shit what you do. You know what I mean? I'm not here to judge. We're not supposed to do that. And tobacco is a natural thing. It does kill you. But, like, only if you let it. It's not the tobacco even killing anybody, I don't think. God put that here. Put the plants on the world, in the whole fucking earth. Like the earth. Him and the angel. Hey, check it out. Hey, earth. Oh, no, now we need people. Now they're going to have to eat something. So, like, with plants and animals. Well, he did the animals, and then he did plants and birds. And, like, you know what I mean? There was a whole process. He did it in a fucking short week. He got his one day off. He's like a government employee. They're working for NASA or something. I mean, they only get like 1 day a year off. Like, a few holidays, like, just that day. And one other, but it has to be like your birthday or, it's like, wow, man, I thought they didn't let me out a lot, but I was wrong about that. Nice guy too, man. An engineer for NASA. Yeah, but he only got out once a year, dude. Who knows what kind of hours he worked during the week, because his house didn't look very lived in at all. I only seen the outside, I was just helping out a bystander, but man, let me tell you. So anyway, demons, the way they approach you and the way we live life. People say all the time to me, they'll say, well, if God was so real, then how come there's got these little babies on TV with cancer? And how come people be poor and they be suffering, like, fair question. Very confusing. It's the same reason why you could have the dark and the light, and they both must exist. Any true spiritually ascended person is going to understand that you got to have that balance. It's not just all light and nothing else. Then you'd just be the light, huh? You'd be living in the light. You would just be the light. Same thing with the darkness. You would just be forever wicked ways and all, wandering around trying to find comfort, and that's where you get the unclean spirits that jump in you. And they don't want to be detected. That's their only job. Let me say that again. People talk about manifesting demons and exorcisms and head spinning and vomit, blood, because that's what you're guaranteed with the devil, is to bathe in bodies full of blood and decomposition. I mean, he promises you that. God does, and he says that's just how it is there. I mean, I don't know, but I know that he ain't no liar. The devil is a liar, but he doesn't even deny them accusations. So I'm just saying, like, he never says, oh, no, there's no bloody. No, he's like, yeah, we got blood, and we got skulls, and we got fire, and there's brimstone, man, because, like, yeah, all the demons are here. You want to come in? And people are like, yeah, man. Huh. I already know I got my work cut out for them guys. They always got the Metallica shirt on or some bullshit like that. A wallet chain. They got the Harley shirt and the boots and all that shit. They ain't got no fucking Harley. They don't even have a fucking moped hardly, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, so, whoa. I had a lot of work to do in this town. Maybe I should just pass on through. I'm sure Jesus thought that every now and then even. I mean, bless his heart. So in this episode of Get Real, I just wanted to talk a little bit about energy transmission and where you do get your energy from.